Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Aries, the Emperor here. I am back with another general reading for all of my Aries collective. If you guys are new here, welcome. This is an all Aries channel for all of my Aries placements. Cross watchers, you are welcome as well. To everyone, just take in mind that this reading may or may not resonate with you, and that is just fine. Do not force the reading. Thank you to all of you guys who like, subscribe, comment, share, donate, book personal readings, shop the website. If you would like to connect with me, all of my information is located in the description box down below. I am working to get both personal readings out as well as candle orders. Check out my second channel, Kiss My Cosmo. I almost got tongue tied there. Kiss My Cosmo, where I read for all 12 zodiac signs. I just uploaded there yesterday. There may be a message there for you, so go check it out. Okay. And ritual, blood moon ritual, that will take place on September 7th. If you would like to be a part of it, send me an email, and all donations can be sent to my PayPal and Cash App down below. Okay, as we get closer, I'll go into a little bit more detail. I have kind of spoken on it already. The lunar eclipse coupled with the moon in Pisces. All right, so very, very, very powerful energy, intense, to say the least. So like I said, we'll go into more detail as we get closer. Okay, if you have any questions, everything you need to know, I always say hit the arrow down below, but it's the more button. Just click the more button, and everything will expand for you if you need to contact me, okay, or connect with me. Let's get into it, y'all. Hopefully you can hear me clearly. I feel like I turned the volume up a little bit more, so hopefully it's a little bit more extra loud than it normally is. But let's get into this read. Let's see what messages come out for you guys in the spread. I hope everyone is doing amazing on today, or the best that you can, you know what I mean, because we're gonna kick ass regardless. Now let's get into it. Let's start with the transmutation oracle and see what messages come out. Okay. All right, let's reshuffle. That's way too many. Ah. Okay. Blank canvas is the first card to come out. And Aries, honestly, if somebody was to ask me, now that I'm just thinking about it, now that I just saw that, it just really flashed before my face. Like, you are that. You are the blank canvas. It's not that you are put on this world or on this earth and gifted a blank canvas for you to create and paint. You know, you are that. We are all a tool in some way, shape, or form, you know, in this world. You know, we are either to be used, or what do they say, you useless, you know what I mean? But it's important to be used for the good, and not let me rephrase that. It's better to be used and not misused. Okay, big difference. All right, so like I said, with that blank canvas, I feel like you are that tool. You are that gift to life, and people are to paint you and add, and you know, at least they're supposed to. You know, a blank canvas is still beauty in itself, because it's something that is original, that it looks like nothing, but when you start to add to it, it then comes to life. You know, it becomes something like the art, you know, behind me. So you are that. You are a piece of art, you know, and you just waiting for somebody to paint you. You waiting on spirit to start its first stroke, and it's, you know, and pastels, and just, you know, different contrast colors, you know, just different ways. Or I'm not that privy to the artist terms or whatever, but you guys understand what I'm saying as far as what beauty is, you know, and you're definitely that. So regardless of who you are, where you from, what age you are, how you think you look, you are beauty. You are that blank canvas. and it's just is and it's up to you, and how you paint it, and how you will allow others to add and paint to your canvas as well, which is you. Okay, you. All right, glass half full or half empty. Okay, blacksmith. Okay. Yeah. I feel like this all kind of goes together, like a holy trinity of some sort here. Like I just said about the example as far as the blank canvas goes, is your glass half full or do you look at it as half empty? Though those are questions. It may seem simple, but that is what really separates, the little dogs from the big dogs. What can you do with a little bit? Anybody can do something with a lot. You know what I mean? What can you do with a little? What can you do when something is half full? What can you do when it's like the last inning in the game? Are you really gonna be and do who you say you are and come through? If you don't have that comfy cushion up under you, because blacksmith, to me that seems like a dangerous job. You know what I mean? Dealing with, I'm sure, like steel and torches and just really high temperature heat. Is it's a lot of what you guys have dealt with in life. You know what I mean? And you probably dished it out as well as necessary. It's a part of life as well, right? But now the fire that you are forging is one that is very new. And I feel like even if you do feel like you are starting with a blank canvas or your glass is half empty, baby, at least you halfway fucking there. Let's get into the tarot and see what messages come out in the spread for you guys. Can y'all hear me? Because I tried to turn the mic up. I don't want to be screaming because that's the reason for the mic. I would like to be expressive in my words, if you catch my drift. So hopefully this is a little better. Maybe turn your volume up a little bit, because some of y'all say y'all hear me crystal clear, and then some of y'all is just like, I don't even know. I don't know. Because I've been breaking my back trying to make sure I get this connected and together so that the message can be received as needed, as necessary. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, let's get into this read. Let's see what messages come out in the spread for you guys. Aries, collective. Ooh, and I have a new deck that I'm charging, so I'm going to try and use that in our next read. Super excited. All right, let's get into it. Messages for Aries spirit. Messages for the Aries collective. What does Aries need to know, spirit? All right, we have the Ten of Wands. Aries, I'm sorry. Leo energy. Your sister fire sign, excuse me. Leo energy. We have the Four of Wands. Your energy, Aries energy. It was right there. I just jumped the gun a little bit. All right, we have the Page of Wands. This is, to me, the Page of Wands is Aries energy as well, okay? And the High Priestess, okay? This is Pisces energy. All right, so let's just take a look and see what we have here. The Five of Cups is what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck. Now, the Five of Cups is Scorpio energy, okay? The Ten of Wands, is an energy of either, it can be taking on too much, things just getting to a point where it's too much for you to handle. It's too much to deal with. This could just be like everyday life that you're dealing with, you know what I mean? Or this could be you becoming a new parent, or um, you're working and you're going to school, you know what I mean? You're working two, three jobs. You know what I mean? That sort of thing is you're newly divorced, or you're newly having to take care of yourself. You know, you're in a new city, you're alone, the Ten of Wands could be an energy of like that. It's high anxiety, okay? But also, you know, it could also, just depending on where you are with it on the spectrum, you know, it could be an energy of you needing to actually take a load on. You know, you may have too much idle time on your hands, or maybe what you're doing is considered something idle, and that time could be either spread out evenly somewhere else, or completely put into something else with the Ten of Wands Leo energy. But in that, it's not a pain. This type of energy is more so once you get into it, and like the just really the feel of things, you know, it becomes something that is just natural to you. You know, it doesn't become pressure anymore, and that's the goal. You know what I mean? Because we're never gonna have things the way that we want them, 100%. But the goal is at least to be able to, if problems come your way, they don't become the end all be all. They don't send you into cardiac arrest. You know what I mean? They don't raise your blood pressure. It's a situation where you're able to receive the information, process it, and react emotionally, not emotionally alone, logically emotionally, or emotionally, some type of emotionally logic, you know, when it comes to the issue, whatever it is, you know, and then handle it from there. You know, you doing that alone is some of the most boss shit that anybody could ever do. You know, with this Ten of Wands energy, it may look like a lot to other people, Aries, but, you know, in all actuality, you know, you're the person that 9 times out of 10 people can come to, run to. And, you know, you may be the strong friend, the tough friend. A lot of you guys say you tired of being strong, but I mean, that's what you were dealt. You know, and that's why I say, you know, that's why you really have to look at things from your perspective, because you are the type of person that moves where you live, and you see life through everyone else's perspective, you know, without you even trying. So what you do take on, you know, just make sure you being used and not misused in whatever that is with this Four of Wands energy, because it is some good to come out for you, to come out of you. And that Four of Wands energy is what spells that out. Celebratory moments. Come on, you know, let's enjoy, let's celebrate, we've earned this, you know, or I've earned this. And because of that, you know, thank you for always supporting me and being there. And, you know, just however you feel like giving back, you know, when it really boils down to people who were actually in your corner and believed in you. Because that's what the Page of Wands spells out, is somebody who, and then look at her, she's painting. It may not be a canvas, but who knows, you know. You may have started in this area and then you worked your way into this area or this industry, or, you know, this position or this floor. You know, it's Page of Wands is somebody who is, you may not see much right now, but you see what I have, you see where I can go, you see where I'm going. You see nothing else like this around you, you know, and the High Priestess is, like I said, you see nothing else like this around you, and the universe pays attention to that, close attention to that, close attention to you, because you are the first spawn to put out there. Not literally calling y'all a spawn like the movie. That may tell my age, but oh well. But, you know, you being the spirit's first spawn to put out there, you know, of course you're being watched under a microscope, not just by the people around you, but of course, what's going on upstairs, what's going on out there, you know. High Priestess energy. All right, we have the Death card. Scorpio energy. All right, we have the Emperor. Aries energy. If nobody else is going to get through and conquer and thrive and rule, it's you. Seek, Aries, and you shall find. Ace of Wands. Seek knowledge, seek advice, seek guidance. And then from there you attract. You know, you put the passion first. Yes, you research and you look at the logics, the logistics of it all, of course, in anything that you do. But it does definitely need to start with the passion. And how does that transfer into your everyday life? And that is where you begin with it. That's what that Ace of Wands is. We got the Five of Wands here. You know, with all of the chatter, all of the noise that surrounds you and is going on around you, you know, this is a time period where Spirit is going to grant you the ability to be able to turn that down so that you could turn Spirit up. And some of you guys may notice because things may start to like get a little bit more complicated or a little bit more chaotic around you. You may have more people reaching out to you than normal. People may have more situations going on in their lives that somehow involve you or they're going to want to involve you in. Some of you guys already may be the person, you know, when people need to borrow money or when people need a ride or when people need a babysitter or just whatever, you know, I feel like this is an energy, Ace of Wands, Five of Wands, the Emperor, where you are in a position like you are that wise hand. I feel like there's a curiosity around you as well. It's like a moth. I hate to say it's like cliche because that's what's popped in my head. Like a moth to a flame burned by the fire, that Janet Jackson song. That's true, you know, like, you know, at night, um, you know, your porch light or, you know, you go to a restaurant. I don't know. What are the little small bugs like gnats or whatever? But I know moths especially, you know, they are attracted to the light. We have the Six of Cups, but it came out in reverse. So honestly, in this energy, this is just like you, the light, you with the torch. You know, you with the championship ring. You in it for the long haul. And a lot of you guys, like I said, you know, there are so many ways that like you would be surprised at how you could fall out with somebody and then disappear. You guys lose total contact. You don't see each other. You don't hear from each other. And I really feel like you're the type of energy when that type of thing happens, you know, you go find yourself. You reinvent yourself, you know, your life gets better like when you're able to 100% focus on yourself, Aries. Like I've seen this in the flesh. You know, you become a different person. Like it's almost like you are a Martian. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not human when you're in this space. And this is Ace of Wands, Emperor energy for certain. It's a deadly combo with this death energy. Uh, Next to the Emperor here, but it's when you in that energy, boy, it's something that, like I said, it's just it's unbelievable. You have to see it to believe it is really how it is, how you come off. And look how funny this is, okay? Like I said, you see this one big spoon in the Ace of Wands, and everybody else, they have all these little ass spoons in the Five of Wands. This is the energy I feel like of people not feeling so good about themselves. You see people do a lot and they talk a lot until it's their turn to feel it, their time to sit with it, their turn to get through it. All right, Seven of Cups. I see some of y'all like a kid in a candy store to come here. I'm getting some big changes for a lot of you guys the holiday season to come. This upcoming holiday season. I'm getting mid-October to start. The energy starting to roll in. Libra season going into Scorpio season. Five of Swords. Aquarius energy. You know, like I said here, it's you have the golden egg, Aries. Literally, you are the golden egg. Hell, I feel like I've called you the golden goose in the past, but however it is, baby, it's golden. Just know that. Okay, ain't nothing fake about it, or you. And we got this Five of Swords here, you know, but there's something fake about a lot more others around you, or who are up next around the corner waiting for you. You know, the Five of Swords is just somebody who, you know, yeah, you feel like you've won up me. Yeah, you feel like you've beat me, but all in the same, it was through cheating. It was a cheap ass victory. You know what I mean? You never played fair. You never planned to play fair. So is it even really a victory? You know, so when people do those types of things, you know, it's just like taking a shortcut and not a good one. But do you really ever feel complete within yourself? Do you really feel whole? How can you? Or how can they? This is like a disgrace. Like, this is like the person that you know. You absolutely know. Under any circumstance. Can you trust this person if you needed this person? No. Because for some reason, their mind frame is just on, you know that something, you're going to come out missing more than you bargained to. And they may not resonate with everybody, but I really feel like this Seven of Cups and this Five of Swords is what that is speaking to. Because it's almost like poof, gone. But this Five of Swords, these people have no morals, no integrity. It's just page energy. Sad, sappy in their feelings. Knight of Swords. As you set off for your next adventure. The Hermit. You and God. You and Spirit. I don't know why I'm getting spiritual acceptance of some sort here. Like this is a energy some of you guys have been waiting to feel or pick up on. I feel like this is something that you're gonna feel it out of nowhere, and I feel like it may be a moment where you're outside in nature with this hermit energy. I feel like someone could have some type of pent up aggression towards you as well in some way, shape, or form here. This could be a disagreement of some sort that you had with someone. The Five of Cups came out, but it came out in reverse. So what I feel like as well with this Five of Cups and this Seven of Cups is this is putting down the bad and picking up even more good for yourself. Changes. I see it, Aries. Ten of Pentacles. You understand this is bigger than you. And through what is bigger than you also has to come through you to contribute to that of what is bigger than you. And through that, blessings, dreams come true, wishes, needs, prayers, answers. If you really take the time to focus what's going on inside of your world, your immediate world, and then work your way out from there, the first parameter that's around you, family, close friends, the next associates, co-workers, the next outside of that, you would see a lot clearer through a lot more people. And especially if you're more connected to astrology, I mean, you would just sit back and laugh how people are so much like what they actually are. You know what I mean? But we'll save that for another day. I'm going to leave this reading here. Almost 30 minutes in. This reading was really calm today. I liked it. But I'm going to get a read uploaded on Kiss My Cosmo. That one may be a little bit more turned up. I kind of feel it as we're going into the afternoon. Well, yeah, it's after 1 o'clock where I am. But I'll get Kiss My Cosmo uploaded here. So stay tuned for that as well. Thank you guys so much for your support. Hit that like and subscribe button. 4 more messages from your girl. Show your girl some love. I'll catch you guys later. Mwah. Ciao.